What's up, Ebenezer?
Hey man, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing all right.
I was going to say, I see complete darkness.
It should be on it.
Ah, it's good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I know. Work life's been busy, but hanging in there.
Okay, okay. Well, don't spoil the surprise. What I want to do, we'll keep it relatively short. I would like to just have you give like an intro, who you are, your background, and then we'll just dive into some questions.
Cool. Yeah. Ebenezer. I'm a software developer. My uh, day job, I should say. I live in Maryland, have wife and two kids, so that takes up a bunch of my time, and that's about it.
Before you came in, what was the goal you were hoping to accomplish?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I think as a software developer, compensation is good. The Especially around that time, the job market for software development was definitely like, it was great. But I've always been in my mind, like you always have to have like additional source of income, right?
Yeah.
So to me, it just makes sense to diversify your income, even if you're comfortable where you are. It's always good to earn something on the side, something that doesn't require a lot of your time. So really, my goal is really just to create an additional stream of income. And I tried a few different business models. Every software developer is going to try to create an app on the side, of course.
Yeah.
There's a whole process with that, right? Like you have to create the right app to make sure that it earns money. Yeah, so I just did a few different things, and I think I don't know where it may have been a podcast where I heard about the website rental. Went to your website, saw the ad, and I was like, yeah, this makes sense. Like I kind of had an idea of SEO,
Yeah.
what it was. Like I said, I had built an app, and part of that was trying to figure out. It was a recruiting type of website,
Okay.
like job postings, and my whole idea was you'll be able to search for jobs based on the benefits they offer. Because a lot of time, around that time, a lot of
That would
tech
be
companies were
nice.
like,
Yeah.
right. I was like, I want a company that does remote that has unlimited PTO. I want to be able to find companies based on that criteria. So I built that, and it was like, okay, how do I get people to find this website? So through that, I learned a little bit about what SEO was and how it could help. And so when I came across this business model, it just kind of made sense,
Yeah.
for what it was.
And so what's happened now? What do you got going for this additional income?
It's been good. I'm around the 45K mark per year now,
Nice.
which is really good for side income. Like I mentioned, so I started in 2021, end of 2021. By April 2022, I had a kid. So that just took up a bunch of time. I
Oh,
think I like put a pause on it
yeah.
for a while, picked it back up in like 2023, then had another kid in 2024.
Oh man.
so, so even having that amount, like in that 45, 50K per year that I'm getting right now, that's been mostly 2 to 3 sites in that time span that were through the revenue share model that
Nice.
would bring that amount of income. Um, and now that I've like, the kids are here, they're a little bit older, now have more time to dedicate to this. With the addition of just income coming from those sites and being able to outsource a lot of other stuff, I've actually built out a bunch of sites and like rented or like um, signed deal with a few people since like October of last year. And so
Nice.
I'm seeing that this next year, going to the next year, going forward, should really pick things up.
Yeah, that's pretty solid, man. Just three sites and producing that. That's like
Yeah,
1,500 plus a site. Nice.
yeah, yeah, for
That's
sure.
good stuff.
Yeah, that was amazing. I think once that became steady, I was like, oh my goodness, like what have I been doing? I need to pick this up.
You're like, I'm sleeping on this one. I get it though, man. That's a lot of stuff. Two
Yeah,
kids and
yeah,
full-time job and all that, and you still got
yeah. No,
carved out the time, made it happen though. I love that.
we had our kid in April of 2022. That same month, we also bought a house, moved into a new house the same month, and yeah, it was a wild time. It's a crazy
Yeah.
time.
So anybody who says, "Oh, I don't have time," I'm pointing them straight to your video
Yeah,
because it's
for
that
sure.
you know
Yeah,
that's sick, man. I'm pumped for you. So this is great. So you got more rental sites coming this year, which should boost that income up even more.
Yeah, for sure.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Since let's see, since October of last year, I've built out 9 sites, and 6 of those have already have rental partners, and I'm starting bringing income this year.
Solid.
Um, yeah.
So those ones are the
So
ones that like just started ranking. So you're just going through the
exactly.
rank process.
Yeah, they just started ranking. They already have partners. A lot of them is like construction type jobs, so they take like a few
Yeah.
months to like really start ramping up. But I've gotten at least like 1 or 2 payments from each of those sites so far this year, and so yeah, they're picking up.
Ah, planting those money trees. This is going to be a
Yep.
good year. I got to hear the, we're going to have to do part two. I got to hear the update. This is going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm pumped to see this. Before you came into the program, did you have any hesitations or stuff that you were like worried about coming in? Like, it's not going to work for me, or I don't know if I believe this or any of that?
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit around finding people. Like I'm not naturally a salesperson, so I think for me the hesitation was more so like getting businesses
All
on
the
the
business
phone and
owners.
like
Yeah.
signing a deal with them, right? To me, that was it was not it was more of am I not that whether the business model will work. It was more of whether I would be able to like get them on the call, on the phone and like sell them and all of that. And I think eventually I just find out what worked for me. For me, it was much easier to sell the revenue share model,
Okay.
which is why I go that way. Finding people has been the Craigslist method has worked well for me. I
Okay.
just post on there. You get like 20 people reaching out, and you pick who you want. So that's been very easy. I also surprisingly, once you have business partners, they start referring you to other people.
Yes.
So once it starts working for them, I'll randomly get a text like, "Hey, I know you're working with this person. Can you get leads for me in this place for this niche?" So I've
Okay.
had like a few of those. Like I have 3 people just based off like referral from somewhere else.
This
Yeah,
is so
it's great.
cool.
It's like, oh, great. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about this place. Oh, you have an address already ready to go. Great. Instead of the Google profile, you don't have to go searching for that anymore. I can just work with you and we can get that done.
So
Um,
for anyone watching this, and we got a lot of different methods and training for reaching out to people and
yeah,
what to say and scripts and different things. So like you could find a thing that works for you. And that's
yeah,
interesting. Revenue share is one of the ones that will make the most money. So it's cool that you
yeah,
picked that versus some of the
yeah.
other.
Yeah, and I think I find that with the business owners, it just makes like it's less risk on their part, right? Like they're like, oh, okay, well, I don't have to take any risk up front. I'm taking all the risk, and as long as you're sending me leads, obviously it's like a trust thing, right? You have to like verify, go through that whole process, but then once it's working out, it's good. It's just you don't have to worry about it.
Love it. Okay, cool. And is there, so if anybody's like on the fence about, coming into the program or not even that, just hopping on a call with us to kind of talk through what they're trying to do, what would your advice be?
Yeah, I would say like it the business model is very simple. There are businesses out there looking for more work. Obviously, like that's why they market. And so to me, the model just makes sense. I would say listen to it, understand, like go through the materials. If you decide to sign up, go through the materials, take it step by step. I would say give it a solid like 3 6 months, like, and just follow the process, and eventually you'll find out what works for you. Like you said, there's so many different ways to either what is finding a business to partner with, um, getting the addresses. There's so many different ways like that you outline in the program, in the group, and so just go through the process, and as long as you put in the time, you'll be able to get revenue from it.
The other thing I forgot to ask you, I know a lot of the people who have kids have interesting schedules that they work on trying to like work this into their life.
Yeah,
How do you allocate your time to make sure that you spend some time on it?
a lot of conversation with the wife, trying to make sure that we're good on, the timing. So for us, what you know, usually the kids go to bed around 8, and that's our schedule. So I would say, all right, 8 o'clock, I will put in a couple hours there,
Okay.
And then sometimes we're planning events for the month and say, okay, this Saturday I'm going to spend time doing this. So, she knows in advance that this Saturday she has the kids to go out and do something else where I'm going to sit here and like focus on knocking out a few websites or a few, calls with businesses to
Okay.
get things moving. Yeah. So it's really like allocating that time in advance, communicating with my wife to make sure we're on the same page.
So you guys kind of like plan out like what time's going to be work, what time's going to be family time so that you still
Yeah,
can get the business in and she's like on board with, we're going to make more
exactly.
money if we do this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
doesn't hurt once the money start coming into that conversation becomes much
Yeah,
easier.
it gets a little easier, huh?
It's much easier.
That's so funny. Who was I talking to? I was talking to Cade and he said the same thing. He was like he was his wife was super skeptical before he came in. He was like convincing, like, I want to do this, I'm gonna make it work. And she's like, you failed at like 19 things. Why are you gonna do this one? And he makes money with it, and then she doesn't say a word. She's like,
Yeah.
yep, go ahead, keep going.
Yeah. Now
That's
my
funny.
wife was, yeah, it was like she was on board, like the signing up for it, she was on board. She's like, go for it, like it makes sense.
Yeah,
But I think it's more so like the time because obviously like kids are a lot of work, all right.
yeah,
And so it's
for
like,
sure.
just making sure I'm not like in my office like 24/7 and not, participating or like helping with the kids. So it was
Right.
really just getting on the same page, for us.
Just carving out the time. All right,
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome, man. That's really good. I'm glad you're doing
Excellent.
well. I hadn't heard from you in a long time, so it's like I hope he's doing well. I have no idea. It's been
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. It's I check in with the group. I would say, for me, it's really the group is helpful, but sometimes I'm also just like, all right, I'm just gonna focus on this and like,
Yeah.
get it done. And then I'll pop in every once in a while.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, if you know the stuff, you got it down now. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Pop in if you need it. Is there anything I could help you with while you got me here?
I think the one thing I haven't, or like my person is not there anymore. Reason that I'll need is like backlink building again. I kind of have to like find someone else for that. The guy I was working with just stopped responding one
Okay.
day. So that happened. I recently posted on was it online jobs
Okay.
that
Yeah.
ph.
The link building channel in Discord, I think people were trying to like split a builder or something. So you might want to
Okay,
pop in there quick. I know a bunch of people were talking about like just hire somebody and just everybody gets like a portion of them.
right, of course,
So you don't have to do a full-time person yourself if you don't have that many.
right, right. Cool.
But cool. Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, no, it's good. It's good. I'm looking forward to this next year. I think like it's a combination of the sites that are already out, the ones that are in progress, and then just even yesterday I spoke with one of the sites that's actually bringing income is from the Baltimore contest. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
You did
Yeah,
that like
yeah.
a while ago. Yeah.
It's bringing in leads.
That's yeah. I was able to find someone for that. Like the original guy didn't work out, so I found someone else. That website last year made I think about 15K.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's been good. I think you had sent me the photo booth rental person,
Yep.
Lauren. I don't know if you've spoken with her, but I did send her some leads, but I think it was kind of like a chicken and the egg thing where she didn't have a photo booth yet. She was waiting for the leads to pick up to like, get
Uh,
right. So that,
that's not
uh,
full commitment. I just buy
yeah,
something and
so
go.
it didn't work out. I mean, we ended it on a good note, like, all right, yeah. But I found another person in Texas to do that, and she recommended me to like a DJ. So I have a DJ site now that's getting leads and rented out, or like,
Did
I
these
don't
count in your 50K total? I'm adding
know,
up the numbers. The number's going higher.
right. So the DJ was one of the ones that came out at the end of the year. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So it was also random like DJ. I've never thought about DJ, but fine, I'll do a site. It's not a lot of time, right? Let's do it. That brought in some money, but it was that site that really like started, bringing consistent income. I was like, oh, okay, let's get this going.
You're like, oh, this works. He's not
Yeah,
joking. Okay.
yeah,
Sick.
for
Awesome.
sure.
All right,
Good
cool, man.
stuff.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to hop on with me.
Of course.
Super helpful. Hopefully somebody can see this and that helps them decide whatever they're gonna do.
Yeah. For
And
sure.
I will see you in the group if you need me. You know where to
All
find
right.
me.
For sure. Thanks, Luke.